I'm showing you today how I healed from pain through overcoming fear. Many people think they need to strengthen their core, change their chair, or control the environment. But the truth is, something else leads to faster recovery. And it's not controlling your surroundings, but overcoming fear. And more specifically, overcoming fear of movement. I'll share how I overcame one of my biggest fears while still in pain. And I'll also break down the steps I took, so by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do it yourself. I'll focus on running, but you can apply these same principles to any activity you want. It's summer 2014 in Berlin, Germany. It's sunny outside, and the trees have those bright green leaves that are so typical of the Berlin summer. I'm running on the driveway outside our home, and it's the first time in 10 months that I'm wearing my running shoes and clothes. There are probably 1,000 thoughts running through my mind. Am I going to hurt myself? Is it really such a good decision to go out running right now? Will I pay for this activity later on with more pain? These and more are going through my head as I continue the run. So I'm running 50 meters and then 100 meters, and I'm beginning to feel that it's okay. I'm almost smiling. But then what happens is that the pain in my left leg is beginning to reappear. And as I begin to notice it, it's beginning to crawl up my leg and all the way through to my lower back. I'm thinking to myself, oh no, this is my worst nightmare. The pain is coming back, I decided to go back running, what am I going to do now? But after those first thoughts, I'm reminding myself that I'm also prepared. I'm beginning to go back to the sentences that I've prepared in advance if such a condition or situation happens while I'm running. And I'm beginning to recite those sentences. The pain is real, but it's harmless and reversible. It is generated, it is caused by my brain as a protective mechanism, but this protective mechanism works like a false alarm, so I don't need to be afraid of it. And since I don't need to be afraid of it, I can continue running, relaxing myself, and reconnecting to this sense of safety within me. So I recite those sentences in my mind, and the more I do it, I connect to a sense of safety within me, and miraculously, the pain begins to subside. I continue to run 200 meters, 300 meters, 400 meters. I complete the lap around our house, and I know that I overcame one of my greatest fears while being in pain. And I know that if I've managed to overcome this specific fear, then I can undo and overcome all other fears that are related to pain. My ability to succeed that day going back running was not arbitrary. It was a planned strategy. I've taught this strategy ever since to thousands of my patients, and they've managed to use it as well successfully. And now I want to break it down and show you how to do it step by step. Let's start with the first one. So your first step is to choose the right activity, and you want to choose smart. But what does it mean to choose smart? Many people who suffer from pain, and especially when it's prolonged, especially when it's chronic, hear a lot of advice from professionals and from the media and from the internet about what they should do. So they try to strengthen their core, they try to correct their posture, they try to do everything that's recommended and it's out there as common knowledge. The problem with this strategy is that it comes from the outside, which leaves you, the one who suffers from pain, disconnected from your own wishes and wills. So instead of taking this outer advice, we want to start from within. What does that mean? And this is choosing smart. Choosing smart is reconnecting to your own wishes. So what you want to do is ask yourself, what do I want to go back doing? What is my wish? What do I really want? So try to think of 3 things like that And then from those three things, choose the easiest, most accessible thing for you. And this is your SMART goal. So your second step is choosing the right intensity. And you may ask yourself, but how can I know what the right intensity for me is? I'm not a professional. I don't know how to do it properly. So that's a common mistake. And let me tell you this, you do have an inner compass that can tell you what the right intensity for you is. Let's go back for a moment to my example. I really loved running, and before suffering from pain, I used to run 3 to 4 kilometers a few times a week. Going back to this distance after 10 months in pain without being able to run would have been a very big mistake. So instead, what I did is I divided it by 10. Instead of running 3 to 4 kilometers, I chose to run 300 to 400 meters. That's all. So a good rule of thumb is thinking about this activity you want to go back doing. Think of yourself before suffering from pain. Ask yourself how much of this activity I could do before suffering from pain and divide that by 10. So for instance, if you used to be able to walk 10,000 steps every day, divide this by 10, you reach 1,000 steps. Then ask yourself, will I feel safe walking these 1,000 steps? Ask yourself, check with yourself, is there going to be a sense of safety while doing this activity? If you still feel unsure, reduce that number even more until you've hit that spot where you feel complete safety to go back and doing this activity. And that's your right intensity. That leads us to your third step. The third step is mental and emotional preparation. Reality shows, experience shows that those who prepare themselves mentally and emotionally before resuming activities succeed way more than those who don't. So you do want to prepare yourself. Let's go back to my example. Before going out to this light jog, I prepared 3 to 4 sentences that I could use if I feel that I'm beginning to lose my confidence and feeling insecure, or if the pain comes back. So when I started feeling the pain, I immediately reverted to those sentences that fostered a sense of safety within me. So you want to choose 3 to 4 sentences that strengthen your sense of safety and remind you that what you're doing is not going to harm you. These sentences could be, for instance, the pain is real, it is created by my brain, it is completely reversible, and I don't need to be afraid of it. I can continue my activity in a controlled and safe way. Mental and emotional preparation is key. So this brings us to the fourth step in this strategy. And the fourth step is choosing the time and place in which you're doing the activity. Why this is so important for your success? Let's go back to my activity. When I chose to go back jogging, I did it outside our home. So I knew that in case I needed help, my wife is at home and I can call her and she would immediately be there to support me. And this is so important because when you feel safety, when you feel in control, which also increases the sense of safety, the pain will not be there or will be much more reduced. So you want to create conditions that you control to create this sense of safety and control within you. So a good idea would be to pick a time and place and also choose if there's somebody that can help you, maybe they can be there with you during this activity. Maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a sibling, maybe it's a friend. And sometimes if your children are grown up, it could be one of your children. And if you don't have anybody around that can support you, you can take your earbuds and listen to a podcast that reinforces a sense of safety during your activity. So all of these can help you achieve successfully your goal, which is to go back to this activity that you really love doing. So A quick note, if this video is helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. And let's recap now the entire process. So first, you have to understand that overcoming the fear of movement is crucial for recovery from pain. And you want to do it in a strategic way. The steps are: first step is choosing a smart goal. The second step is choosing the right intensity, the intensity that's right for you at this moment. The third step is preparing mentally and emotionally, preparing 3 to 4 sentences that foster a sense of safety within you. And the fourth step is choosing the time and place, and also the people or podcasts that can help us doing this activity. So if you follow this step and you do it over and over again with each activity, you will feel successful, you will have success, and you will be able over time to overcome this fear of movement. Here's your next step. If you're struggling with pain, chronic pain, watch this video here that will teach you 5 more strategies to heal faster from your pain.